Okay, Pastor Jeff again with our last video correspondence in relation to the partnership that we hope to form between Christ Community Bible Church and the Coalition for Christian Outreach. I want you to know that on December 8th, we met for the second time with Elliot. And after talking to him and having him answer all of our questions, after him grilling us and asking us what we are as a church, who we are as a church, what our vision is and everything else, we really felt, both parties felt, that it was a really good fit for our church. And we felt the desire, we felt the need, we felt the Holy Spirit prompting us to pursue it. It was unanimous among the elders. For that reason, we set aside a date on January 8th to have a congregational meeting. And in the upcoming weeks, we're going to try to send out more videos. We're actually going to ask you if you have any questions in relation to what I've shared in this, I share in this and the other two videos, that you get those questions to the elders as soon as possible so that I can answer them to the best of my ability before we even have the meeting. I'm hoping that at the meeting, Elliot, the local representative for CCO, I'm hoping that we'll have him there with us, that he could answer some questions that you might have of him as well. The meeting is to give you an opportunity to ask final questions in terms of what you need to know about CCO, what you need to know about our vision in regard to the church and how we want to get involved in this before we ask you to vote on recommending that we join in a partnership with CCO in establishing a ministry at Bucks Community College and also here at the church, because he'll be a bivocational pastor, so to speak, where he works here and does ministry here, outreach here, and he also does outreach and ministry at the Bucks campus, involving us in his ministry as well, which I hope is an encouragement to you young people who would like to get on the college campus and do some outreach there as well. If you vote to go ahead on January 8th with this partnership, it'll begin a process with CCO where we actually start looking at candidates. In fact, Elliot has told us that they have their annual conference in February out in Pittsburgh. What can I say? And we would have to go out there because that's where they bring all of the candidates together, and churches meet the candidates and candidates meet the churches, and you have the ability to pick the people that you would feel would fit best with your ministry. And so that's why we have pushed to have the meeting on January 8th, because we don't want to miss that meeting. To use a football term, the best draft picks will be gone after that meeting, and we want to ensure that we have a chance to find the person who would really fit well with our congregation. And we're going to ask you at that time, at the January 8th meeting, to give us permission to move ahead so that we can be one of the churches that's at that February gathering out in Pittsburgh. Eventually, we would ask you to vote again. Obviously, this vote on January 8th would just be to give us permission to pursue it, to find a candidate, to find the person we feel fits best with the church, and then we would ask you to vote again when we feel that we've come up with the person. Obviously, we don't want to bring someone on that you don't approve of. So we would ask for your vote again later on when we find a person that we feel is a really good fit for our church. So what we'd ask you to do between now and January 8th is to earnestly pray. Once again, can't say it enough, prayer guides the church. God speaks to his believers, he speaks to his body through prayer. So I would ask you to pray earnestly. Again, give any questions you might have to the elders so that I can try to answer them in a video conference or a video communication like this. And we're just going to pursue it. If the Holy Spirit wants it, we believe it'll happen. And so we leave it up to you for him to speak and convince you of that as well. So thank you for listening. This is the last. And unless you have some questions, you won't hear from me again, at least not on video conferencing. Thank you.